If our whole country just had this ability to think, to think about what they're seeing and ask the question, is that true? Our country would be in a very different place than where we're at right now.
I always thought that logic was either like just something that you had. Like everybody has logic, like common sense, right? We have book smart and we have common sense / logic. And then 2020 hit and I looked around the world. I'm like, oh, goodness, nobody really has logic. Like we've lost our ever loving minds. Like people are not thinking. People are, I mean, it really brought to light that logic is just not innate. Like it's not just something that our kids grow up having. We actually have to be intentional in teaching our kids logic. And so I dove in and I'm like, I tried all the different logic curriculums. I tried all the different, and where I struggled is there's all these terminologies, right? Like the straw man and the red herring and my kids were like, it just became a game of how to memorize the word and then what part of logic it was. And then I stumbled upon your podcast. And you do use those terminologies, but what you do is you make it applicable to real life. And so one of my questions is now that I'm learning, like parents, we have to teach our kids logic. This isn't innate. And I want you to share a little bit, one, about that. And like that was a new discovery to me in 2020. And I'm pretty sure the whole world figured that out real quick in 2020. But explain why that is. And then I also want to know what inspired in you to go down this road of making logic a passion and helping us parents to learn it.
Yep. No, so you set me up so well. Asking the question about kind of how it got started and also 2020, because that's where it got started for me. So the school year 2019-2020, my daughter was in the 7th grade and I was leading her. We were part of Classical Conversations. So we had a little homeschool group where we met once a week she had a class of 12 kids.
Okay.
And part of their curriculum for the second semester, which would have been 2020, which we all know what happened in 2020, right? Yep. All the craziness. They had to read this book called The Fallacy Detective.
Okay. Yep.
And I was leading the class with them. And so we went through and it introduces every week. They learned like 1 or 2 new fallacies and then they just had fun with it. Mm-hmm. Well, what was so interesting was watching these kids even just get an introduction to critical thinking. And it was my introduction too. I hadn't learned this.
Right.
I didn't know what logical fallacies were. I had no idea. It was all new to me. Well, watching these, what are they, 12, 13 years old, however old they are in 7th grade, they learned them so quickly. And what was amazing is watching them navigate that period of time in our country as compared with their peers. So watching a presidential debate or any kind of political debate with a kid who has learned some logical fallacies is such a different ballgame. They were able to pick them out like that. Totally. Like, because at that age, when a kid is in middle school, all they want, it seems like, as the parent, all they want to do is argue, right? If you say, oh, it's noon, what are they going to say? No, it's not. It's 11:58.
Totally.
It's basically
or even
noon.
Worse, actually, no, it's 12 o'clock.
Yeah. Exactly. So all they want to do is argue, but it's because that's where their brain development is. They are at this place where their brain is developing. They're wanting to think and their brain is wanting to make sense of the world around them. And it comes out as arguing. And we as parents, we get annoyed and we're like, don't argue with me. Don't talk back to me. Right. No, if we can change our perspective on that and say, okay, they're looking for right. They're looking to make sense of the world around them. They are looking for what's true and how to make sense of what they're seeing. And if we can take it and look at it a little bit differently and not be offended that they're arguing with us. Okay, they have this natural inclination toward arguing and rightness and justice. Okay, let's take that and train that. And let's teach them how to, quote unquote, argue and debate, but how to do it well and how to do it rightly. And so watching these kids, I had this thought. I thought, oh my goodness, if our whole country just had this ability to think, to think about what they're seeing and ask the question, is that true? Are they telling me the truth? Is there anything else that's been going on? Am I being manipulated here?
Right.
If you could just do that, our country would be in a very different place than where we're at right now. And I thought,
absolutely.
This, and watching these kids, how much like they loved it. It was fun for them.
Yeah.
This was one of their favorite parts of the day, was having fun. And they loved to go home and catch their parents committing a logical fallacy. They loved it. Let's catch these adults saying stuff that doesn't make sense or that's not true. And so that's what gave me the heart. Like, this can be easy. And this can be fun. Yeah. Let's give it to these kids, because once they have it, they will always have it. Once they have the skill to recognize good thinking, bad thinking, logical fallacies, they will always have it. And if we can teach them and encourage them to ask questions, now we don't have to be afraid of them hearing crazy stuff, because they'll be like, that's crazy.
Right. I
they'll
love
have
that.
it.
Totally. It's so true. And you have to be prepared that once your kids learn this, they're going to start calling you out, because there was one day where I was saying something and my son's like, Mom, that's a red herring.
Yes.
And I'm like, okay, well, you passed the class, but you were going to, right?
They just need to be able, the thing that I always tell parents when we get to this part is, okay, listen, they're gonna call you out.
Yes.
And you need to be able to let them do that.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Totally.
But they have to be respectful also.
Homeschool Insights is sponsored by CTC Math. If you're looking for a great online math program, visit ctcmath.com and try it for free. For more great homeschool inspiration and resources, listen to the Schoolhouse Rocked podcast every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday.